Okay guys, it's Danielle over at DIYDanielle.com, and I wanted to show you today how to make a simple pencil holder and bookmark for your composition books. I'm making these for my sons before they go back to school. So I've got a pattern that I'll put up on my blog. But you've really just got two rectangles that are the size of your composition book, just a little larger so you can account for some seam allowance. And you're going to cut two pieces for each one. You're going to cut a smaller piece for your pocket, and you want to fold this over twice and press, and we are going to just sew straight stitch right here so that we can finish this edge, and that is going to be our first step. Okay, so the first thing I did was finish this edge. I finished this one with just a straight stitch on my sewing machine, and I used my cover stitch machine for this one just because I wanted black. All of the rest, I think I'm gonna have to do white for the pockets. So the next step we want to do is just figure out exactly where on your front piece you would like your pocket to go. So obviously you want it to the bottom, and you can just pin this in place. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. It's a little easier to tell with the Superman one what I'm doing here. Okay, so we know that there's going to be a seam allowance here, but we want to make sure that there's a place to put your pencils up. You want to put the other pieces to the side. Those are for later. So you want to have an idea where to put your pencil marks. And again, you are looking at having a seam allowance, so you want to make sure you're aware of that while you're sewing this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sew a couple straight lines here so that there's a place to pop your pencil in. Okay, so ideally I would draw the line in using some tailor's chalk that can be like erased, but I don't have any, or some, I don't know where it is. We moved in November, everything's not unpacked still. My sewing stuff my sewing room is much smaller here, so I don't have quite as much space to put things, so some of the stuff got packed away, and I don't know where that is. So anyways, I used pins to mark around a little over 1 inch away. So this is my seam allowance, the 1/2 inch seam allowance that I'm giving myself. I made sure to pin that. I will not be sewing there. But then I just marked about at 1 inch and 1 inch here. So that'll give us 1, 2, 3 spots, assuming they're big enough for a pencil. Okay, I moved my piece of tape so I could start this second line. Now, when you first go down here, you want to just make sure you backstitch a little at the front, because this particular area gets a lot of wear and tear and gets beaten up a little when pencils go in and out. So I like to just backstitch a little so it's a little bit stronger of a stitch and can't be ripped out easily. So again, here we are. We're just gonna follow this right here to get a straight line. Make sure we're, oops. Let's make sure there we go. Okay, here we go. This is a good time. Sorry. This is a good time just to slide a pencil in, make sure we're good. There you go. As you can see, the pencil fits. It could be a little tighter, but I think it's good like this. Yeah. So the next part is we need to add our back pieces and our elastic. So grab those. And so what you're going to be doing is facing these right sides together, and you'll pin, but we need to add our elastic too. But first, let me set up my fabric. Okay, so as you can see, top stitched. I did a little extra top stitching across here. Okay, so as you can see, I'm trying to press this. It's not going to do a very good job because it's kind of bulky under there, just with the 3 layers of fabric. So what I need to do now is I'm going to wrap this around, sandwich the ends of the elastic in there, and then just sew a straight stitch across. Again, I'm going to be reinforcing it pretty good, and then it'll hold it in place. This is going to need to stretch to do it, so it won't be flat like this, just because the elastic will be stretched out. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you're finished. As you can see, it's a little tight, but that's the whole point, is that this will grasp onto your notebook good. So that's why it's important to have, like, you might not want to do this size. You might want to do a different size for a larger style notebook. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the inside, and there we are on the outside. This was actually, I think my elastic was a little too tight. I'm not super happy with the elastic length on this. So I'm probably gonna have my next one be a little longer. I'll probably do it about the same length as this notebook. I think that'll be better. I messed up there. Oops. Oh well. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so this one, I actually redid the elastic and I switched it to be the same length as this, so it doesn't account for a seam allowance. It'll be, of course, tucked inside. This ended up being a pretty good size for the elastic. I wanted to see what it would look like if I did a little bit bigger, and as you can see, this one's this one's a little loose. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to pull that and shorten it on one side just to fix it, because I do think it needs to be tighter. However, I would say cut your elastic to the same length I did this and just plan to tuck it in further. This was 11.25 inches for the elastic. You might be able to get away with like 11.15 or 11 inches. I think, yeah, for that one I just measured from here to here and then did that amount of elastic. But it's a little tight. It really does work. It's not bad at all. I wanted to do this one looser because my son, this son that likes the Doctor Who fabric, is younger, and I want it to be easy for him to get on and off. But I think he could probably use it a little shorter still, otherwise it'll be a little floppy. So that's that. What do you think? Have the pattern on my blog, DIYDanielle.com, or I'll just give you measurements on the blog post, depending on which you prefer. And enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions or whatever. Alrighty, have a great day. Bye.